And welcome back to Panzer Corps 2. So, the choice is made, Sedan. We're going to strike with a rapid blitzkrieg attack, which means you have to go get all the tanks out of storage. To be fair, we're going to need them for the rest of the campaign. I'm pretty sure Norway was the one-off, you got to do this with infantry.
Apologies for bringing you back to active duty so quickly after your campaign in Norway, but there is a new task that your talents should be a perfect fit for.
Okay.
High Command has greenlit Operation Fallgelb, and it's aimed squarely at our nemesis, France. My old friend Manstein actually got this daring plan approved by High Command personally, even overruling Chief of Staff Halder.
They capture all the tree like this.
Now it falls on you to execute the plan. While diversionary forces strike at Belgium directly, and the static defenses of the French Maginot Line sit impotently, you need to take your panzers between them both and through the wooded hills of the Ardennes forest. That will put you in an excellent position to occupy Sedan, your primary objective. Once you are through the forest and over the Moose River, only two more objectives remain. One here and another here. Success in this region will put you in an incredible position against our enemies. But there is no room for failure, as all elements of surprise will have been lost.
Okay. Trenchment killer ×3. And then he's going on one of the pioneers. Bring everyone back up to strength. And then we want all the tanks out of reserve. What's the button? Is it V again? Okay. Now, it's a blitzkrieg. Let's put these guys into reserve. I want all the tanks, aren't I? Put two of these guys into reserve. Maybe not. Let's actually have a look at which ones we've got. You're the least experienced. Okay, there we go. So Panzer 4. Panzer 1 needs an upgrade. Oh look, we've got Panzer 3 and a Panzer 4D. That's a powerful one. Upgrade him. Upgrade the Panzer 3 as well. Interesting, we can get up to Panzer 4. And Panzer 2T will be okay. That's cheaper. That needs more upgrade slots. We don't have at the moment. Maybe that's the other thing I need to do. Just get more movement points for that thing. Have a look at the fighters. No real upgrades for them. And recon. Not much I can do with that. I'm running out of points anyway. Okay, we'll go with that. Let's get these guys down. Pioneer to the front. Recon down. But obviously not going anywhere near any of this. That would be suicide. Tank. 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 Mobile artillery. Heavy artillery. AA. Fighter. Fighter. Stuka. Stuka. Infantry unit. Pop a couple of infantry units up here. Another tank kind of central. Okay. You can leave the infantry and the recon. Got some air transport and some rail pool. Oh look, we would have expected these guys to be here. Right, before we attack, let's fill some tanks down the line. Get my artillery into position. Alright, get the recon on the move. That's great because that tells me I can just get the tanks going at full speed. Well, that's just a little bit annoying, isn't it? Well, you're definitely bombing him. And Belgian troops here are going to be annoying. 5-6. I'm not leaving troops to my rear. Not taking that airfield full speed in because that's just slightly out of my range. That's fine. It's turn 1. Here comes the Belgian and French forces. There's the French Air Force, yeah. Right, my lead tank took some hits because it's obviously not great tank country. Actually, that'd be stupid. You're going to have to get out of the way to let some fresher forces up, however. Do that for the points, and run you down south. Two for 2. Mass attack him. It's actual fighting for these guys. Right, so. You take that because it's very important I move my sticker forwards. Recon up to here. Place those losses. Tank keep to the slightly open ground. Do that move, get the infantry in. Roll you up to high ground. Not left anybody behind. This is a good thing. May have made a mistake not rebuilding him, but should be okay. Yeah, that's my artillery. Very rude of them. You're going to have to move out of the way, aren't you? Bring you up to strength for the turn. That gets rid of that threat. Be careful with that, actually. I'm hoping you get an overrun after this. You do not. Of course you don't. Sure, special ability. Oh, 3 times for casualties. That's fine. This little tankette. Not exactly much of a threat. Your thing this turn is to rebase down to here. Just going to replace your losses for the turn. Then we'll scout you forward next one. Keep you up and running. Okay. 109 can come in. $109. Rebase you down to here. You can put some hers into that guy. That's badly annoying. So repaste you. These guys have not moved yet. But they obviously need infantry support before they do anything good. Need a bit of artillery support as well. Bring the air back down. Mass attack. They retreat. We follow up. Follow up again. Screaming blitzkrieg as we go. And hands up with the bad guys. Yes, we are. That's just because you haven't attacked. I trying to figure out why he was blood. Full circle. Oh, we nailed it there, air base. That's a good way of damaging their forces. Alright, we don't have any recon up here. Hit this 109. Bring up this 109. That's their fighter support down. Infantry and armor are on the move. Don't leave the big guns behind. Right, so we know the first target is this airfield, which we also know is empty. Oh, actually, we can't do that apparently. You're going to be that annoying, are you? And do is we can swing you up for that line. So not enough artillery on the southern flank to help. You can get to here with maybe some fire support from the Stukas. Oh, you're just on the edge of Stuka range. Well, that's very annoying, isn't it? Alright. It's not an operational pause, it's a replenishment phase. Hopefully you don't hit these guys too hard. Alright, you did hit those guys hard. We know their cab's there. Tank up that way. You're not mechanized. Did I not mechanize you too? That's why I'd mechanized everyone. Alright, so this is what we call a trap. We're going to put a tank here. Hit this guy with a Stuka as well. The 109, not a Stuka. I mean, it's probably some mad lad who's going to go in there and let's replace your losses. So I need to take that airbase. There's probably some people who will take all this as well. I am not one of them. Alright, we're going to see if they want to advance out of their cover. No, they're just going to replace their losses and circle me. This is fine. Next turn. Replace your losses. You reduce this die down. You advance in, free up these guys. Now, who's going to get up this turn? Ugh, that's about attack. You remain in AA mode. You take that. Because it's points. You could overrun attack, but let's just move you somewhere. That. You're going to try and cross the river. Alright, we've still got plenty of turns. My fighters can hopefully go to town on this guy. Except you're going to have to rebase this turn. I could bomb this guy, but it doesn't seem like much use. It's experience, I guess. No, you get some fire onto that guy. He's being annoying. Actually, undo that because we want them to come to us. Going to bomb that guy. They're across the river. He'll be across the river next turn. Your turn replacing your losses. Oh, you're very annoying. Okay, so they did actually come for me. The fools. To be fair to them, they did good damage to that tank, but... I should have air bombed them first. Alright, okay. Keep an eye on my points. Just going to work on these things. Keep getting that experience. You have a slightly longer range. You can go strafe these guys just because it increases their suppression slightly. It was attacked. It's okay. Don't die. You recon down to here. You come down to here. Could overrun attack into there. For some reason it feels like a bad idea. Ooh, this guy came where I can shoot him. Kind of hard to tell. They're 109 the Stuka. Didn't go well. Excellent. Again, just outside of range. 499. $509. There's about 10 points to attack. And it's better than not doing anything with them, isn't it? There's been mass attack with this guy. That'd be stupid. You can move up to here and hit their artillery though. Okay, this is a tough one. Maybe I should have brought more infantry. No, undo that, keep it in AA mode. Right, no. I'd take that, but I'd take serious hits on the next turn. Well, I suppose they'd be attacking me, wouldn't they? I also realised I had it on speed mode. Alright, so you retreat, that's fine. There's the chars. Keep my tanks alive. This is not good choices. And you can get onto this artillery, which will hurt them. Encircle the lead, guys. Now, we could risk that, but I feel like it's a very bad idea. We haven't secured that airfield. I have to move here to try and unencircle my guys. Okay, so the French tanks have arrived. Let's see what this does. They come in, hit my artillery. Their artillery is much larger range, so replenish some of theirs. Those guys get morale hammered before they get in. Ooh, alright, nearly lose my artillery. Tanks are in trouble. Why is it cloudy? Okay, they've reduced spotting range. I'm sure I can't do anything with that guy. Move a tank to here, so if they attack me, they're in trouble. I move you to here, is that circle? I'm out of points, that's why I can't reach it. You can move in to take that. Should get me to point to 2. Only 1 unit gets to replenish. Pop them into the position when they can cause a few problems. You've got to attack somebody now. Right, that increases encirclement. This is why I didn't take that, by the way. Have you wandered into Stuka range? You have not. Yes, sods. I'm going to strafe you just for the morale damage. Once I take this airfield, things speed up remarkably. Right, this could be a painful turn. You're attacking that guy. He'll buck you back for some morale damage probably. Attack on tank is fine. I'm in a bad position. I should now be in a better position. Amazing, a lot of this rests on shifting these guys whose morale is absolutely terrible. You come up. You kill him. Put you in between them. Bring my artillery back up to full strength. He surrenders. Take the hit to the morale just to get him back up to strength. Tell me he's in Stuka range. He's not in Stuka range. We'll continue to train the Stukas on these bunkers. Actually, I'll do that. You are going to rebase to here. We are going to risk it for the biscuit. Never sure why it's a biscuit. We're going to put some serious hit into them. You're going to zoom off in this direction. Right, 2 of my units are now encircled. Artillery raining down. You're going after my artillery, only going after my tanks. Interesting. You're going after the infantry. Right, hold, lads. Technically, I don't think you should be encircled, but I think this artillery here is causing some issues. All these guys down here. Right, so you're no longer encircled. You are probably going to die. Don't want to go anywhere near that, really. I have to hope that's the bulk of the capital. Actually, let's not do that because he's needed to come into here. He secures that. You recon off in that direction. So Paul. It's not a major airfield, is it? But you've destroyed the French Air Force for now. Maybe you see here, does that one encircle that guy? Does not. Well. Oh, of course it's a rain turn. Oh, ambushed. Bring the recon up first. I wonder if I need to restart. I'm going to restart this. I know it's not good timing, but I feel like I have made a few mistakes. End the briefing. Trenchant kill on the pioneers is still a good idea. As we're putting you into reserve, let's not spend on you. Put those guys into reserve. We're going to sell this AA gun. We're going to elite replace everyone who's left. These guys are all motorized. Actually, I'm going to bring some of him back. We can take Panzer 4. Do that. So 4D is just a good choice. It's not eating any more slots. That's 3 tanks. Recon. Do I leave one of my tactical bombers behind for the slots? Okay. That gives me a much larger force. Basically just got a tactical bomber in this reserve. Also, what we don't forget is we don't forget to upgrade this guy. No full blitz. Now all of my transports are motorized. So, infantry up there. The recon was useful. Definitely needed the heavy artillery down here. The light artillery up here. To probably move you a little bit further forwards. Donk. Donk. And last fighter support that way. Okay. Move recon forwards. Move recon forwards as far as we can, and we know that it's all occupied. So we now use our tanks, our infantry, push forwards, get the artillery to follow up. You gentlemen are about to go. Say hi to him. You're going to provide air support for this. I still think the points are worth it. Down here, you're 100% taking Luxembourg. Just out sticker range, can't take that on turn 1. We're going to take this guy and we're going to pop him here so we can protect as much as possible. We came off well and advanced in that. And about even in that, which is fine by me. Because by the time we've battered this guy, take the infantry into here. Although we want to move fast. Mass attack with that guy. That clears him so we can start moving our tank through. You advance up to here. It's a slight queue here. Moves out, we take that for the points. Where's that fighter? We can get a good hit on this one. Go here. An acceptable hit on him. He's just out of range. Annoying. We can rebase him this turn. And this tank can zoom forwards. Keep up the blitzkrieg. People haven't attacked, but they're not going to be much use in this. Buildings are slightly too many tanks for the terrain. You can get up to here. You can hammer down. You can continue working on him. The rest of that Air Force. Non-existent. Alright. Okay, so we're encircled. I don't think they're going to hold. Take Baston. Annihilate them. Send the tanks, artillery, and a magical mystery tour. Recon annoyingly can't quite make it anywhere useful. These guys in the woods are just being annoying. Okay, so everyone's moved. They're coming back with a bomber. We hit on a bomber. Ooh, good hits on my fighter there. Late, who has had that fighter. Ooh, they're properly messing up my artillery. Rude. Alright. You kill him. And recon down the road. You really only move one square before we have juice. I need to replenish your losses. You gentlemen are taking the northern route. Rue Baston. Moving on fast. This artillery here is going to be annoying. This guy here. I just hope he steps out. I can murder him next turn. Alright. Never hate my artillery, don't. Also, you're in a place where you gain. Okay, that's minimal damage, that's fine. Get my infantry moving up. Much as I don't want to have to do this. We know these guys are just out of range of anything useful anyway. Not get you out of there, Ray. Position these guys so they are ready to do some damage. Rebase you to here, even though it's not the greatest choice. Place your losses. Position these guys where they can do some damage. Right, we're into artillery range. Here comes the cavalry. Interesting. You can easily machine gun him down. Heavy artillery needs to move up. Infantry need to move up. Start crossing, you take that. Lovely mass attack there. All those attacks are stupid. And now we're on to bombing these things until we get so we'll rebase you to here. At least they can machine gun him. They've crossed the river, going after my artillery. Definitely more infantry. You can come down here and start murdering him. With recon, you can do some good damage. The artillery game just start. They're encircled. So it's my guy apparently. You can start crossing the river. He stuck his head out, as did he. I'm ahead of schedule for last time. You haven't attacked. I think that's a good choice. We haven't seen our yet. Oh, where's the AO to engage that guy? Thanks. Ooh. They surrendered. The noobs. Close supporting artillery is very useful. There's their armour. Increase your losses. You can mass attack into him. Whatever you do there, that was stupid. Let's take that. Just hound him to the end of the earth. You might have to bust on, which is a very interesting life choice. And you can strafe him, just get some straight damage in. Yeah, the tanks just get annihilated, they get moved to there. I think rapid infantry is where this one goes. You step down to here, you can engage them. Their morale's just dropping like a stone. Let's move you down to here, what would you do? I'll get that guy across. Can, however, encircle that guy and can keep hitting that artillery. They went. That's better than I was expecting. Now you can come across like that. That put you in range of dive bombing? It does indeed. Alright, you can't do much this turn. Let's see what they do up the top. And next turn we can rebase the planes. Right, the artillery's doing damage, but not too bad. Leave the artillery alone, will you? You have to retreat the artillery. Or just replenish the artillery is probably the better life choice. You can overrun. Interesting. That's a solid mass attack. Okay, that's not looking bad. We can't get to these guys, so we're going to rebase everyone down to here. I'm going to go over time, but sod it. I'm the guy who sets the time. Oh, I could also bring guys out of reserve. There we go. Here. They retreated. We can follow up. That would be stupid. Let's move you out of the way. Okay, so that's going pretty well up there. That's going pretty well down there. My entire air force is on that base now, which means they can fire support that next turn. I had more points than I did last time. Need to replace him though. That artillery is still annoying. That tank encircled itself. You're going to have to move into here and kill this thing. You get to overrun, but nowhere useful. You get to come up here and smack into this guy. Artillery up into position. That encircles them and kills that. Now, with the power of dive bombers, what can we do? Yeah, he's in anti-infantry mode, so do a little bit of morale damage. Let's get hit on them. Need you to secure that airfield because I probably need that securing. Okay. Best attack you could make, but again, still not see effective. Oh, here comes another tank. It's Renault. As long as we keep these guys encircled. Alright. I'm going to push you guys around the flank rapidly. Going to replace your losses. Keep under pressure. Because they're encircled, let's just keep the pressure on. Go Shaker's doing the star. Down here. The other stuff is doing the recon. Then you just losses, yes. This Dookie will nearly kill you. It's a morale damage, isn't it? It's better than nothing. You can't really do much with that guy there. You keep him in surrender mode. You place your losses. I don't really want to be engaged in that fort, but I think I'm going to have to. I did better than we expected. Alright, they move to there. Get themselves killed, possibly? Oh no, mass attack. They're doing quite well. They're attacking the weakened guy who's going to retreat. They really hit that recon. You're going to go out and engage the tanks. They did quite effectively, actually. But we're going to encircle you. You're going to kill him. And move to encircle. You're going to take Philippeville. You're going to place your losses. We're going to send a dive bomber up. This is pretty historical accurate that we're having trouble with the French tanks. Because they were better. And we can overrun. .109 gains a star. 10% more damage. Right, we can ignore that this turn. Yeah, using up their artillery. Right, now we need to dive bomb the hell out of that guy. Oh, that was the dive bomber. Ooh, 4 points of damage. Mass attack times 2. Keep him circled. And kill with a Stuka. Try and mow these guys down with a machine gun. You can kill them. Take that. Move up the artillery. Generally start reconning in this direction. Get the infantry back into a decent shape. He's encircled. What's he going to do? Heavy artillery just moves straight past. We're going to need them to clear this out. If possible, I'd like to clear these out for the points. Like I could attack him for 1-1, and I may as well, to be honest. Ooh, straight to me. Right, Stuka comes in to hit that. We use one of my 109s as a recon, which tells me that's clear. The recon rolls up. The artillery rolls up. There's another enemy tank down there. You just outrange my Stukas, of course. He's got the most chance of damaging him. They surrender and we overrun. This is great because now I am on the move quite nicely. Bring the heavy artillery up to range. Now the Stuka's got nothing useful it can do. It'll work on that guy. And yeah, not much else. Okay, we've got a good number of infantry artillery closing in on that. This Renault here, it's a threat, but I think on its own it's not too much of a threat. Just stayed out of Stuka range, which is smart. Gonna have a task a number of tanks to deal with it. I'm becoming aware of the time limits here. You could attack with energy morale damage. No, that's not what I wanted to do. No, stop it. I can rebase my Stukas to here and hope they don't lose. I'll do it with one as a risk. You attack him. He attacks him. Perfect, we dive bomb this guy out of existence. Hit this guy with multiple rounds of artillery. Position ourselves for the mass attack. I think we take the prestige bonus and just drop in. Alright, so Sedan, breakthrough. Once again, our Stukas meant to be the best thing. Everyone else, yeah. Did gain some experience though. No medals. It's just that first bit, isn't it, with the river? Right, no choice of where to go this time. So, I think we're just carrying on into
I know
France.
it's been less than a week since your brilliant breakthrough at Sedan, but there's no time for rest, Herr General. The iron is hot. The time to strike is now. From your new base of operation, I need you to advance all the way to the English Channel, completely cutting off all Allied troops in Belgium.
Okay.
Along the way, there are a host of objectives you need to secure. Crossing the Somme River and Escaut River at Cambrai will have to be accomplished quickly. And be sure to secure them well, should a French counterattack try and retake them.
That's a warning.
After that, Arras deserves some special attention. Recon from Romulus' 7th Division reported a substantial garrison of British forces here, including heavy armor. So, I would definitely prepare for that contingency.
Alright.
Finally, 2 more locations, here and here, will need to be secured to fully protect the flanks of our advance and permanently cut the Allied lines in half. I know it's quite the task ahead of you, but I have every confidence in your abilities.
And we've got a go 6 cents. Mute to ambushes. Not many points, especially not when you're going to replace all. Pretty much empty. We are going to be relying on taking stuff. Well, we'll see how that goes. Thanks for watching. See you next time.